Alright, on to ditching. Alright, statistics. Ditching is highly survivable. There's about a 90% survival rate for the initial ditching. Keyword being the initial ditching. Ditching an aircraft, rule number 1, impact the water as slowly as possible. It's better to land along a swell and accept the higher ground speed than to nose it into a 10 to 20 knot wind. In higher winds, 20 knots plus, a compromise may need to be made, and aiming for the backside of a swell is the best course of action. Consult the AFM for any type of specific instructions. So you can see in this photo here, landing along the swell, more or less into the wind. With a stronger wind, you have the primary swell coming off the left there, following a secondary swell, and you're a little bit more into the wind at that point. A little bit more of a better picture here as far as whether to land on top of a swell, the bottom of a swell. There's really no bad plan for that one, but you can see the bad plan would be to land on a face of a swell, or if the wave's coming towards you, that's the face of the swell. All right. Yes.
Oh, that's the direction of the swell is to the left. It's better not to plow into the back side of the wave. It's better to land on the front side of the wave. Right?
Isn't it? No. Well, is that for this one up here or this one down here?
The top picture is cut through, the swells are going
Right
across the page, and this one,
No,
you're-
the swell goes in both directions.
yeah, it's the same. It's just
From
the
left to
direction of the
right, you
plane.
just like land
Yeah.
from right to left or towards
You don't want to
us.
land if a wave's coming at you. So if the wave's coming at you, you don't want to land in the wave. You want to land on the backside of the wave.
I'll agree.
Okay.
Just it looks less scary.
All right. This is a clip from the Caravan ditching emergency procedure. So, radio transmit Mayday 21.5, squawk 7700. Heavy objects in the cabin secure. Passengers, if passengers available to assist. Seats, seatbelts, shoulder harnesses secure. Wing flaps full down. Power established 300 foot per minute descent at 80 knots. Approach in high winds, land into the wind or the compromise that we talked about. Light winds, heavy swells, parallel to swells. Face, cushion at touchdown with folded coat or similar object. The touchdown, no flare, maintain that descent attitude. Airplane, evacuate. Life vest and raft, inflate when outside the cabin. Bottom portion here it says, warning. The airplane has not been flight tested in actual ditching, thus the above recommended procedure is based entirely on the best judgment of Cessna Aircraft's company. So basically you're going to find out what happens when you do it.
None of the test pilots would sign up for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll bring it to the water more about it. Alright, so general tips on ditching. Don the life jacket if time permits. Landing gear up is a source of debate. Consult your AFM. Secure loose articles. Consider having an escape door cracked upon before impact in case of airframe distortion. Have both airspeed and descent rate as low as possible. Use flaps. It will allow the plane to impact the water at a more desirable angle. Approach with power if possible. It allows for better descent or rest prior to water landing. Be prepared for a violent impact. Tighten belts, cover your face. There may be more than one, first the tail, then the fuselage. Dim the cockpit lights as low as possible for night ditching. Assume crash position before impact, thumbs in. Alright, everybody know what that means? You don't want to land holding onto the yoke like this. Turn your thumbs on the outside of the yoke, because when you land, you might break your thumbs. At that point, your hands are useless when you're trying to ditch. Alright, much like if you're trying to punch a person, you don't put your thumbs on the inside of your fist, the outside of your, alright? Or a punching bag. If you could not don your life vest before the ditching, collect it before exiting, but do not inflate before leaving the airplane. Wait until all the water has entered the cabin after the initial settle before unbuckling. Doing so too soon could be disorienting and put you in a bad spot. Turn on the cabin lights if at night. Alright. Survival. If possible, land near shore or near a boat, but not in front of it, for obvious reasons. It's important to strap in tightly and protect yourself against the initial impact. Use pillows, blankets, jackets, or soft luggage to restrain violent movement of your extremities and to cover your face. Ditch the high heels before impact and lose the shoes if you have to swim. Sorry, Rob, you gotta leave the pumps at home. Any questions? No? Alright. So, why is it important to not inflate your life vest until you're outside of the airplane?
So you don't drown inside the airplane.
What?
So you don't drown inside the airplane.
Why would you drown inside the airplane?
Because if the airplane sinks and your life vest is inflated, you're going to float to the top of the water.
Need puncture.
Yeah, good.
And
What?
which is going to be the back of the airplane.
Yep. Why else would you want to do it?
May not make it out the exit door.
Exactly. If it's already inflated, you might have a hard time trying to get out the emergency door. Emergency exit. Alright. Questions, comments, concerns on basic survival? Not survival, ditching. Like I said, 90% of it is survivable. It's the after part that's the hard part, and that's what we're going to learn now in the pool. Alright. Andy?